Hey everybody, Henry Louis Goulet here from the Messianic Studies Institute. My guest today is Dr. Jason Moraff. He's going to be teaching a course for us coming up next week, February 26th and March 5th from 7 o'clock to 9:30 p.m. That's two consecutive Wednesday nights. And the course is very interestingly called Acts, Paul, Ethnicity, the Way, Violence, Blindness, Sight. And that's kind of a micro synthesis of his published doctoral dissertation. So I want to welcome Dr. Jason Moraff.
Thank you, Henry. Really excited to be with you and very excited to teach this course.
So tell us a bit about your book and then about the details of your course.
A little bit about myself. I currently serve as assistant professor of biblical studies at the King's University in Southlake, Texas. I also serve as the chair of the Department of Theological Studies for the seminary there. This dissertation was written under the supervision of Joel B. Green at Fuller Theological Seminary. And really, its impetus is to address what I think is the primary obstacle of reading Luke's writings within Judaism, which is his portrayal of actual Jewish people, especially in the latter half of Acts. Similar to the Gospel of John, you have this seemingly rhetorically charged usage of the Jews, where they seem to become this negative other that Luke uses to construct Christian identity. So they become the negative backdrop for the positive Christianness. And so Luke is as one scholar puts it, an early uh, border agent, I think is how she phrases it, of the parting of the ways and the solidification of those boundaries. And so in it, I'm really trying to provide a cohesive way of reading the book of Acts that addresses these claims and takes seriously some of the sharp interactions between the way and the Jews. And so in it, I make two main claims that uh, the way and Paul are nothing but recognizably Jewish, so that by the end of the book of Acts, when Paul says, I've done nothing against my people and I bring no charge against them to Caesar, that's Luke's perspective, that they're still identified as my own nation. And then the flip side of that is if we want to see what it looks like for God to maintain faithfulness to Israel, even amidst the claims of that it is Yeshua is Israel's Messiah, you look at the character of Paul, that really his story in Acts is all Israel's story. So that's the project in a nutshell, what I try to show, and I really try to provide a cohesive way of reading Acts within Judaism regarding these issues. And I'm really excited to bring it to MSI.
Beautiful. And do you want to say anything about the course description or?
Well, we got a lot of ground to cover. So we'll walk through the book and walk through the topic and Acts as a whole, kind of set the lay of the land and kind of help us understand why not as bad as the landscape of Paul, but Lucan studies are quite scattered and differentiated these days, and conflicted foundational issues are being rethought of. And I think a lot of it has to do with this question of Luke's relationship to Judaism. And so we'll talk about things like authorship, his navigation of ethnicity in the ancient world, and how he portrays the way and Paul and their Jewishness, and then look at how Luke explores the characterization of the way as a non-idealized but reformist group within Judaism. And then we'll look at Paul as the exemplar of Jewish opposition to the way and Jewish ignorance that the risen Lord is able to overcome. Uh, I think that sums it up.
Yeah, I think that's excellent. So I look forward to seeing everyone here at mjsi.org on February 26th and March 5th for this new course from this excellent new Messianic Jewish biblical scholar. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah. Thank you.